And like, how do you transition from taking care of like ill patients, ill kids into taking care of and being a father and taking care of healthy kids? It must be such a it's like a culture shock, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, the answer to that question is I don't know if I do. I mean, I'll tell you a story. So like, when one of our kids dies in the hospital, we give the kid a bath, and that's just the way we treat their body. I mean, it's this very ritualized, beautiful moment. I mean, it sucks what's happening. Like they died, we know them really well, and we want to kind of usher them out of this world in a really peaceful, loving way. So we give them a bath and then we transfer them to the morgue. There have been times when I've done that and then I've gone home and given my own kids a bath and, put them to bed and read them a book. And it is such a mind fuck to do that,
I can
one
imagine.
night. Um, but it's also amazing. Like I can't imagine a better way to feel thankful for my healthy child than to have that kind of split dichotomy between home and the hospital. I think that when I was a new nurse, I tried to compartmentalize these two different spaces, and I think it caused me lots of stress and mental pain. And I think naturally, our human brains will separate out the stuff that really sucks. Like, we just won't think about it. So, part of it just happens naturally where I will just kind of leave one zone and enter the other. But I do think it's really important to be aware of what we're doing and where we came from. I mean, the world's a beautiful fucking place. It's so awesome, but it's so horrible too. So much happens that, I don't even want to think about. But just because I'm not there to see it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. So I want to be there for these kids, and then I want to be there for my kids, and just understand that, you know, there's bad stuff out there, but it doesn't mean that the good stuff isn't also really present. It's hard. I'm still working it out. Maybe you guys can give me some advice on how to make it
I,
through a shift and then go home.
yeah, I mean, I can imagine it being super hard for you because Matt and I work in the ICU, so we don't develop that bond as closely as you do in peds oncology, especially because I'm guessing you have patients that come in throughout the year, right? And you so kind of Matt and I work in ICU, so usually it's we get a patient, we stabilize, and then we don't really see him again. Or
Hmm.
we bring them in, we stabilize them, and they pass away, and we don't see them again. So I can imagine with peds oncology, it's a little different because cancer is like a chronic disease, you could say. So you're going to see that kid more often than once, and you're able to develop a different kind of relationship with them. Correct? Is
Oh,
that how it kind of works?
absolutely. And, you're also missing the point that my kids aren't vented and my kids are awake. I
Yeah.
mean, you're taking care of uptunded patients quite often, I assume, right?
Oh yeah, almost all the time. Especially with the pandemic, we just basically had all vents. Like we honestly, for like half a year, I didn't talk to my patients for a long
Uh,
time. And last week was the first time I took care of a patient that was not intubated, and the family was there, and it was so weird because I almost felt out of place in my own damn room taking care of a patient because the family was there. It was just so strange to me because we're just so used to taking care of patients, and they're on my time because they're intubated, they're sedated. I'm doing everything in a routine, and then I forgot what it is when the patient needs something, or maybe their stomach is hurting, and now I got to drop everything I'm doing, and I have to go, take care of that patient with what's the symptoms, that are going on.
yeah, no, that's wild, man. Our disciplines of nursing are so different, which is the great thing about nursing, right? That you can do so many different things. But yeah, I know some of these kids so well. Like I've taken care of some of them for years. I've known some of them from the times they were babies and they, have these intractable diseases and they still keep coming back to us. So yeah, I know what they like. I know the songs they like. I know exactly how to give them their meds. I know their uncles. I know what their uncle's dog is called. Like, I mean, it is a real relationship. And I think for me, personality wise, that's my bread and butter. I love it. I love being able to like have that kind of relationship with my patients. For other people, I think maybe that's not what they're into. And um, I think that's why each nursing discipline attracts different personalities and different types of nurses, right?